Hi! Let's talk about some important general information before going to New Zealand. Jet lag. Jet lag is generally worse when you lose time traveling west to east. When you cross multiple time zones, you interrupt your body's natural circadian rhythm. It is more than just feeling a bit tired when you arrive at your destination, and sadly, it takes about 4 days for your body clock to reset itself to the new time zone. According to the World Health Organization or WHO, jet lag symptoms include indigestion and disturbance of bowel function, general malaise, daytime sleepiness, difficulty in sleeping at night, and reduced physical and mental performance. Not fun, especially when combined with a start of holiday celebratory drinks hangover and difficulty sleeping on the plane. Always consult a doctor before taking any sleep medication. As tempting as it is, stay away from the drinks trolley. Sure, it is fun to start off a new adventure in New Zealand with a beer or 3. However, the after effects of even one drink are annoyingly amplified when flying. The air pressure and dry cabin air are dehydrating in themselves, so stick to water and you will feel a lot more human when you arrive. Get your anchor sleep. According to the WHO, a minimum block of 4 hours sleep during the local night, known as anchor sleep, is thought to be necessary to allow the body's internal clock to adapt to the new time zone. So do not skimp on those 4 essential hours. Eat a light meal on the plane. Go for a run before your flight. Do not forget your sleep mask and earplugs. If all else fails, melatonin may be the answer. Melatonin is a hormone produced by the pineal gland in your brain, which you can also take as a hormone supplement. Woods Glass try to ensure you arrive on a Thursday so that you have a light paperwork day on the Friday and 2 days in the weekend to acclimatize before starting work on the Monday. On arrival, your Filipino ambassador will meet you at the airport along with a member of management. On arrival at your apartment, the ambassador will show you around and how things work. He will also point out the closest mini supermarket where you can buy supplies for the weekend. He will also show where an emergency doctor is located close by. General services. We have large supermarkets to buy food, small corner dairies for top-up, food and mini supermarkets, also known as dairy, if ever it is too far to the large supermarket. Big names include Countdown, New World, and Pack and Save. Post shops can be used to send letters and parcels to and from home. Money transfers can be done by Western Union. Banks include BNZ, ASB, ANZ, Westpac, and Kiwibank, but Woods Glass set you up with an ASB account. The Warehouse and Kmart are department stores that carry cheap items. Mobile providers include Spark, Vodafone, 2 Degrees, and Skinny. Places of worship. There are several places of worship available. For example, for Catholics, we have the Cathedral of St. Patrick and St. Joseph and St. Benedict's Church. For Muslims, we have the Central Church. For Christians, there are many found in the central city, and for Iglesia Ni Cristo, there is one in Glen Eden. Emergencies. If you have an emergency back in the Philippines, example, family death or illness, please keep your manager informed. Depending on the circumstances, Woods Glass will endeavor to assist wherever possible. Transportation. If you have your private transport, always remember to drive on the left side of the road. Steering wheels are on the right. As for public transport, New Zealand has also public trains and buses. In Auckland, you can use Auckland Transport or ATHUP card to access buses and trains. New Zealand climate. Weather in New Zealand can change unexpectedly. Be prepared and understand what you can expect from different seasons. While the far north has subtropical weather during summer and inland alpine areas of the South Island can be as cold as -10 degrees Celsius in winter, most of the country lies close to the coast, which means mild temperatures. The average New Zealand temperature decreases as you travel south. January and February are the warmest months, and July is the coldest month of the year. There are 4 seasons in New Zealand. Spring during September to November with an average daytime temperature of 16 to 19 degrees Celsius. Summer during December and February with an average daytime temperature of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Autumn during March and May with an average daytime temperature of 17 to 21 degrees Celsius, and winter during June to August with an average daytime temperature of 12 to 16 degrees Celsius. Advice and support. You can contact the Philippine Embassy in the following contact details. NSED Ready, Immigration New Zealand's free online planning tool for migrants moving to New Zealand, can be accessed at this website. Language Line. Language Line is a language translation service through telephone that aims to improve the communication between the clients and officials of member agencies. Language Line is free of charge for the client. Language Line allows its clients who are not proficient or may have difficulties in English to ask for a translator on the telephone. In order to use Language Line, call or visit the agency of your choice, request for the language that you speak, and then wait. Usually, it takes about 2 minutes before you could talk to the translator, who will then help you to communicate with the agency. Language Line is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. during Saturdays. Filipino Community in New Zealand. For social network group, we have the NSED Pinoys at the following Facebook address. Filipino Restaurants. Some famous Filipino restaurants include Calle Manila, Turo Turo Philippine Cafe, Boracay Garden Restaurant, and Gold Ribbon. Filipino or Asian stores. Filipino items and ingredients may be bought from Panier Fresh, Tres Marias, and Pino Plus. Speaking English at work. For safety reasons, it is important to speak English at work. It also helps you to fit in. But you have the right to speak your own language during breaks and before and after work. The Kiwi accent may make it hard for you to understand instructions sometimes. If you do not understand something that your colleague says, ask them to speak slowly and repeat what they are saying. You can repeat instructions back to the person who is asking you to check that you understand correctly. Cost of living in New Zealand. This can vary depending on the lifestyle. In general, when you start paying rent, you will pay approximately $158 per week. A pair of jeans can cost anything from $25 to many hundreds. A hoodie or jersey could be from $10 anywhere upwards. A pair of men's casual shoes could cost between $100 to $150. A cup of coffee is around $4 to $5. Lunch from a bakery could cost between $4 to $15 depending on your hunger level. Bribery. New Zealand is a non-bribery country. It is thus illegal. Spitting. In general, New Zealand has a non-spitting culture. If this is part of your current culture, please try to refrain from spitting in New Zealand. So there you have it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.